Hey guys, what's up? It is Sunday, the 8th of January, and I'm sorry about the lighting, but I'm normally not home at this time. Yeah, during the week when I do my videos, I'm normally not home at this time. But the sun is finally out again. The snow has stopped, and Virginia sucks. So I just wanted to do a quick update for you guys. Show you what I've finished, show you what I'm currently working on, and that's pretty much gonna be it. I wound up several cakes of yarn today for future projects, so I'll show you guys that. And so we're gonna start with finished objects. I have 3 finished objects, but my husband has his. I think he has his. Hold on one second. I have his. Alright, so I made him another pair of fingerless gloves using this is the bulky weight yarn from Lisa Jones, and it is like an alpaca wool acrylic blend. They're nice and warm. He wore them yesterday. His truck got stuck in the snow, so they came in handy. But yeah, it's just a basic rib, and then I did a slip stitch crochet for the thumbs to make it thick. And yeah, it was interesting. Like I like mixing. I mix crochet with knit all the time. So yeah, so that's the first finished object. And then with the rest of the yarn, I did a ribbed hat crochet, and it's very nice and thick and stretchy, very stretchy. So that's one of the reasons why I like this pattern, because it's thick. It's nice and thick and stretchy. So let me put her back up there out the way. Alright, the other finished objects are my fingerless gloves. This yarn's been sitting on my desk since I used it last year to make a pair of fingerless gloves. So I had like a little teeny bit left, probably about 30 yards, and then I had a full skein, and it was enough to make these gloves, and I still had some left over. And my daughter wants my gloves. I told her I had enough left over to make a toe cozy for her toe. So this would be like the beginnings of a hat if you do a top-down hat. So yeah. Alright, so those were my finished objects. And because my fingers gloves I normally wear are my World of Warcraft gloves. And my husband wore them at work one time. And they got snagged on some stuff and ripped at the thumb over here. But they're still nice and warm and cozy, and they're thin so that when I'm typing at work it doesn't interfere. But you know, part is starting to come apart now in other areas, because these have been some well-loved, well-worn gloves for the last several years. So I made me another pair of fingerless gloves, and I want to make me another pair of World of Warcraft gloves. This is my first time doing any type of color work, so you can see how on this one I was pulling the stitches too tight, so it's like bunched up. So I want to try and make some more for me eventually. Alright, so like I said, I caked up several skeins of yarn. I'm going to be making my son a similar pair of gloves to my Warcraft gloves, but for the game Overwatch. So I purchased his yarn, and Ashley and I went on a yarn crawl. And I caked up his yarn today. So in this Cascade yarn, so we have the yellow, this beautiful, beautiful maroon, and that's pretty much, it's showing up more of a brown, but it's a real dark, almost, it's more like a burgundy. Like back here you can kind of see the color better. So dark burgundy. And then we have this nice charcoal. So those are the colors I picked to do his Overwatch gloves. Alright. So that was balled up, caked up. Oh, in this bag is still my socks that I haven't touched. So we ain't gonna worry about that right now. Still working on my brother-in-law's giant king-size blanket. I did a few more rows on my skirt. So it's a little bit longer. I wish I had a longer pair of size 8 needles so that I could spread it out all the way, because it's kind of, you know, bunched up on the needles. I'm doing some increases now for my hips. So I'm doing some increase row, knit a row, increase row, knit a row. There's no pattern. Just gonna be one of those things. It is what it's gonna be. It is what it is. And if I don't like it, if it doesn't fit, I can always give it to one of my daughters. This is driving me nuts, so bear with me for a minute, y'all. Because of this weather, my nails, I have very soft nails, and this weather has them a little bit raggedier than usual. Plus, I was like downstairs making stew and stuff yesterday. So, my hands are in the water a lot. And I got some ink on my hands from somewhere. I don't know where I got it from, but it's driving me nuts too. I don't get artificial nails and stuff because I have very soft nails, and usually they take and they shave off a couple of layers to roughen up your nail bed to bind it with the acrylic. And my nails are thin enough as it is, so when they do that, I have more of a chance of my nails ripping and tearing. It's happened to 2 of my nails because I'm outside doing stuff outside a lot. So I am not a person who should have artificial nails. If you're going to be working around in your garden with gardening tools, chicken wire, things of that nature, and those artificial nails get snagged on it, and next thing you know, you've ripped off half your nail and you're bleeding. Alright. So that's done. So the other works in progress is this virus shawl. I've done several more rows on it, and because of the fact that I'm using 2 lace weight yarns, this is gonna have to be blocked. But I'm really liking this yarn together. It's like you can't hardly see the sparkles in it today. But I'm really liking this yarn, these 2 yarns held together. And you can see this hairy from the alpaca content. There you go. Now you can see some of the sparkle. So it's coming along, and somebody has expressed interest in purchasing this one when it's finished. I don't know how big it's going to be. I mean, I still got plenty of yarn left from both of these skeins. So this is the sparkle one right here. I still got plenty of yarn left from both these skeins, so I'm hoping it's going to give me a regular size virus shawl. And by regular, I mean a nice, comfortable size, similar to the ones that I make with the worsted weight yarn. So the other thing I started today was a pair of fingerless gloves using this Vanna's from Nine Brand. Now I got this from Ollie's when they had a it was like $2 a skein. And I was like, why is this Vanna's yarn at Ollie's in the discount store bargain bins? But now I know why, because when they dyed it, the black bled everywhere. So you can see there's black all over everything. So, I mean, this would be fine for some fingerless gloves you're going to be wearing outside doing yard work and stuff like that. But, yeah. But now I know why they were in the bargain bin. The first 2 skeins of this yarn that I knit, I made a scarf with when we went to a concert. And those were fine. Those are perfectly fine. But this, in this colorway, I don't see any of the bleeding on the orange on this one. Just looking at it. I mean, you can see the bleed on the orange on that one just looking at the ball. So this one appears to be fine. And I have 2 more that's mostly pinks. And they look like they're fine too. So I think it's just this skein of yarn. If I can't tolerate it, I'll just chunk it in the trash. Or I'll cut it up and use it to, because I don't want it bleeding on my hands. But this will be getting cut up to go into the bird bag. The bag that I put the fiber out for the birds every year when spring comes. So that's what's going to happen to that. So I have this pattern I bought last year. It's the Magnolia Cow. I don't know if you guys can see it. By the Fiber Company. Catherine Woolens presents the Magnolia Cow, designed by Kate Gagnon Osborne. And it's a cable cow. And I bought the yarn for it when I purchased the pattern. And this is Cascade 2020. Cascade 220. And the colorway is, let's see. The one I'm going to use, I didn't put the Heathers. It's the Cascade 220 Heathers. And the colorway is Straw. This is it's a brownish gold. So yeah, it's a brownish gold color. And I'm not sure what happened here. And so I go ahead and skein this up because this is something that I really want to get started on for 2017. And this is something for me, not my daughters, for me. So yeah, so I went ahead and I skeined that yarn up for that project. I've had it for a while. Alright, so I skeined up this yellow. It's a variegated with some white pops of white and tonal. It's kind of tonal. We did this at a dye at my friend Peg's house. So I skeined it up because it's going to become a bankhead hat. This is some alpaca and wool from Windswept Farms. And this is Asher. This is Asher's last skein of fiber. And this is going to also become a bankhead hat. Asher passed away. I'm not sure if he got struck by lightning or got scared to death. So that's his last skein of fiber. And then we have this, which is just a little bit of Mills ends. They got a little bit of Stellina in it. This has cotton in it. Alpaca and cotton, I think. Yeah. And then this is alpaca. This is a 2-ply. And then I have this hand spun 2-ply brown alpaca. So these are going to become bankhead hats as well. They've been caked up. They need to get used. So the bankhead hat is an easy pattern. And so yeah, those are going to get used soon. So that's all I have for you guys today. Like I said, I just want to show you the finished objects because you may not see them once they're actually, some of the objects I can't talk today. Some of the works in progress because once they get done, they'll be getting shipped out, mailed out. And plus my husband, he has his. He's been using his. That's what I'm talking about. I can make fingerless gloves, couple of hours, 2-3 hours here, 2-3 hours there, and I got a pair of fingerless gloves, no problem. But you give me a pair of socks and they languish in a bag, and it's similar construction, so I don't get the mental block there. I really don't understand the mental block when I could do several pair of fingerless gloves, and yet I'll still have a pair of socks just sitting there. So yeah, so I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm working on my spinning. I'm still working on that Malabrigo. I got it in here to keep the dust and stuff off of it when I'm spinning. So basically, I spin straight from my little yarn. Um, this was originally for putting a skein of yarn in. I've had this thing for several years. Fell in there. But I love it for putting my fiber in it, sitting it on the floor by my wheel, and it keeps my fiber nice and clean. The other thing I have is the kit I won from Arctic Knitting Podcast. I want to get started on this as well. Something for this. This is the yarn she sent with it. So I want to get started on something with this as well. Because I am not good at color work. So it's something that I want to work on this year is doing a couple of things with color work to improve my color work. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go back to spinning. I want to finish spinning this little nest. And then I'm going to go back to working on knitting. My pay it forward, all the slots were filled within like 2 or 3 minutes of me posting it. And I'm working on cleaning up the list right now, which is the person's name, what they want, and then I'll have them send me their mailing address. So as I finish things, I can get them mailed out. I'll go ahead and pre-label the packages so that they'll be as soon as I finish it, snap a picture of it and put it in the package and get it sent off in the mail. That's my goal. So I want to try to get all that stuff done in January. And then February and the rest of the year, I'll be dedicated to paid orders and things for me. I never got around to casting on a top for myself. Well, yes, I did. I crocheted one, but I gave it to my daughter, so she got the 2 tops that I've done. She has both of them. And so that's pretty much it. So I'm going to listen to this video before I send it off, because last time, I don't know what's going on, but the video and the video slowed down, and so the audio, something happened, and so it weren't matching. So I'm going to listen to it this time and see what happens. So y'all take care.